Ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again at the Cross-Eyed Bull in Grove, Texas, between Belton and Gatesville on Highway 36. And the owners, Alan and Cynthia Lynch, just have an awesome place here. We've talked about it many times before. We've talked about so many different things and so many different products. But today what we're going to do is we're going to go inside and talk to Alan about hand tools of days gone by that still can be used today, but have been made much more modern as we live in today. Okay, so let's go inside and check him out. And he's going to show us a whole bunch of good tools from the past. Okay, everybody, here we are inside the Cross-Eyed Bull, but I'm making note of these orange cones. When you see these orange cones on the side of the road, you're here, okay? You can't miss them. You can see them a mile away. All right, Alan, how you doing? It's good to see you again.
Good morning.
I hear we got a lot of things going on when it comes to hand tools and things of days gone by that used to be top-notch. Now you could probably buy something more modern, but these still work, right?
That's correct. We're going to talk about old hand tools, most of them from the early 1900s, even some of them from the late 1800s.
Now, I want to remind everybody, because the show is like a prepping show, I'm very keen on this, and a lot of people are very keen on this. They want to know, hey, what if I can't get power to use this? What can I use in replace of it? So there's going to be a few things here that you can take advantage of by Alan's knowledge and possibly pick some up so that you too can have tools that you need when the power goes out. Okay, Alan, go ahead.
All right. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is a pair of hand shears. These were used before electricity was in every home or barn, and they used these for a number of purposes. Shear sheep or goats and clip horses' manes, and they would just be used like so, going down the horse's mane or shear a sheep. But can you imagine how long it took to shear a sheep with a pair of those?
You know, I was just thinking about that when you were talking about it. I'm thinking these guys must have Popeye arms, just using their hands all the time, squeezing it.
Right.
Being so manual like that, yeah. And I've seen it takes a little bit to shear a sheep. You know, it takes a couple minutes or so. So I can imagine what it would take with that.
That's right.
But it still works, right?
Still works.
And all it is really is what? Pressed steel, shaped, and put some torque on it. How's that work?
It's just, it's just made out of steel, and has a spring handle on it. These were probably hand forged by a blacksmith at one point, because this was before manufacturing was everywhere. So a lot of the tools was made, at home. And the next piece we have is a draw knife. A draw knife, well, they used them predominantly, first they used them to take the bark off the logs as they were building cabins and barns and things of that nature. This is a smaller one used for finish work, but it's just used to hone down a log or a piece of wood and to shape it in whatever shape or whatever size you need it.
So when it comes time to where you're out in the woods and you guys start building something from scratch, this is an important tool that would come in handy to get it down to the bare wood.
Yep.
It's so basic and simple in its design, yet it works, huh?
It does, and this could still be sharpened up and used. I mean, it hasn't been used in a long time, but obviously, it's a popular item, and we sell a lot of these.
Very good.
The next thing we'll talk about is just this little drill. A lot of places that you need a drill, before generators came around, there's no electricity available, and sometimes that's still true today. But we do have generators and electric screw guns and things of that nature that's taken the place. But this is an older one that hasn't been used in a long time. But
I would think, Alan, and that would be a very popular tool, just for the reason, how many times has somebody put a screw in the wall? How many times do you need to drill a hole as compared to chopping down a tree or things of this nature? But you're going to always screw something in, put up a board. So that would come in very handy if you don't want to just do it with your wrist, like this. If you're looking on the video, twist, 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 that's going to be a heck of a lot easier with the wheel system on it.
Absolutely. A long time ago, they didn't have electricity everywhere that they use these tools. And, if you need to drill a hole to put a hinge on a gate or what have you. I mean, they used a bigger version of this, but that's what this tool would have been used for, to drill holes. It's got a place here for your drill bits to go. This is a smaller version of an old bracing bit. You've seen the old bracing bits that turn that you drill holes and anyway, just a neat little tool that's come from a long time ago. This is a wood plane, you know, a fairly good sized one, but they would use this to shake lumber, to shake doors or whatever, you know. But,
I used to use those in wood shop too. Those come in very handy for some smaller things. You can actually do some small craft work, big craft work with these types of tools, these planers. So
yeah, and then this is just a smaller version of it. And this was made, I'm told, I'm not a woodworker, but I'm told this was made to shake trim. If you're going to do trim on the inside of a house or on cabinets or doors or what have you, that this would have been used to shake that trim. And you can see how it's got a little different ridges here to, I guess it makes
it'd be kind of like a router, an electric router, because you're going to trim the edge of a table, you get an electric router with a different bit like you're showing here.
Yes.
And instead of using it by hand, you'd use it with electricity. Where the electricity's out and you got to make a special trim on it, there you go.
There it is. Yeah, you can see the blade still has a blade in it. Actually, it's still fairly sharp.
Now I'm kind of interested in this thing right here.
Well, this is a really good condition for an old tool, but this is an old blowtorch. This is all brass. You know, it's a very decorative piece, and we sell a lot of them to decorate with, but this one's still very usable. All the valves still work. They're all still free. It's got the pump there to pressurize it. And then I'm told, I've never used one of these, that the soldering iron is set up here like this in front of the flame, and that's the way you would heat it up to do soldering work. Or
What's the fuel that you're using?
you know, I guess it would have been kerosene, or kerosene's all that I would know that they would have used back in those days. Yeah. So,
And then that pumps it up, puts pressure on it, so when you light it up, it'll get the flame burning out there.
yeah, yeah. And then you could heat, this would have been a soldering iron. You heat that up, and then
I'll tell you what, though, that's
Yes.
very, very decorative. It's an excellent condition. I've seen those before, and they don't look as nearly as nice as this one does. So that's pretty nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Cross-Eyed Bull in Grove, Texas, between Belton and Gatesville on Highway 36. And he's got all sorts of good stuff here. I think he also got a wagon jack. Last week, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about wagons. And I've been looking at this thing and looking at this thing, and I'm thinking, what is that? Is that to put bottle caps on bottles? I didn't know what it was. So here we've got a wagon jack, and once again, you've got modern versions of these things, but look at how they built these things back in the old day. If you're looking on the video, just go to the Facebook page at aaronsgunshop.com. You can check out the video, go to the YouTube channel, Aaron's Gun Shop. Go ahead, Alan, talk to us about it.
well, this would slide underneath the back axle of the wagon, and you just lift it up like that. But you know, on a wagon or a buggy, you only need to get the tire off the ground about an inch, and it didn't take. You didn't have to jack it up very high.
Show me how that would lock into place.
Well, this is a different one than I've ever had, but here you can move this lever, and you can raise this up to the height that you want it.
And then you lock it in. Oh, I
Then
get
you
it.
lock it in, and you bring it up like this. So I assume somebody would have to hold that, or maybe when it got weight on it, it balanced out.
That's pretty cool.
But you just lift it up. You can take a tire or wheel off, and very primitive old jack. You know, probably from the late 1800s.
Now, Alan, tell me, you've told us before, but you've got so much stuff. We can never put it all in on one video. Where can they go? I think it's your eBay store. Tell us about the kind of things that you've got on there.
Well, we try to keep. We put pictures on our Facebook page weekly, you know, just so you can see a sample of what we have in the store. And our Facebook page is Cross-Eyed Bull. Then, you know, we put a lot of items on eBay because we're out here in the middle of nowhere. So we advertise on eBay, and we ship stuff out, sell stuff on there almost every day. We try to keep, you know, 100 plus items on there. We put stuff on there all the time. Different things sell. Of course, we don't put a lot of our big items on there because you can't ship a cabinet to Arizona if you sell it on eBay. So you can only sell things on eBay that you can send through the post office or through FedEx or UPS or something like
That's
that.
right.
But you don't find our bigger stuff on there. But we try to keep about 100 items on there all the time.
Well, what are your store hours here that people can come and see you?
We're open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday, and 10 to 5 on Sunday. And
And every day you got those orange cones out, right?
yeah, we put those orange cones out on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, when you're coming up from the Belton side, you can see it a long ways coming. When you're coming from the Gatesville side, you may come over a little rise, but you'll see it right there on your left-hand side as you come from the Gatesville side. But you need to come on out to the Cross-Eyed Bull. There's just too much stuff. I want to do another pan around, Alan, real quick so they can see. This is just part of it. You need to go to Cross-Eyed Bull on eBay, Cross-Eyed Bull 254. Check it out. Go to his Facebook page. Check out this video on Aaron's Gun Shop YouTube channel, or go to the Facebook page and check it out. Alan, I'm really digging this blowtorch. It looks very pretty. Very nice for a decorative piece.
Yeah.
And a lot of these tools, just to have accent pieces in your home, or you can literally use them. I'm always looking personally myself for tools that fit my little niche that I need. And when I find one of a quality, well-made, I'll pick it up. And Alan's got a bunch of those here. So ladies and gentlemen, check him out. Give him a call. Cross-Eyed Bull. Check out his Facebook page. Go to his eBay store, or come on out here and say hi to him in person. And don't forget, he's a very trusted and very long in the business when it comes to this type of stuff that he sells. His family. How long has your family been in that?
About 28 years.
28 years. So you know what you're talking about. I tell people all the time that you're a walking encyclopedia of information. You can pick up almost any object and say, well, this is that. And if you don't know, you do your history on it, find it out, and tell the people. So, ladies and gentlemen, come on out and check out Alan Lynch at the Cross-Eyed Bull in Grove, Texas, between Belton and Gatesville on Highway 36. Alan, take care of yourself.
All right. See you next week.